video. If you are on a replay, if you're live, greetings. It's good to see everyone. And if you've been to the channel and have been resonating with the readings, please do subscribe on today. It is for the free. We would love you to be a part of this awesome growing family here as well. Make sure you always, not only subscribe, but like the video and share out the videos to your family, friends, and social media. And you already know, if you want to book a reading with me, all you have to do is go to my Calendly link and you will find everything in the description box below. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. As you can see, I already put a spread down here. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. So the first card we see is the Star card. Okay, so this is you. I am getting the antagonist of your story at this moment in time. You are the star, right? You're this beautiful or handsome person. You're the person that stands out because you have this energy about you. You got this high vibrational energy, this golden aura, about yourself. And you're supposed to be a person where you are supposed to be on a platform where, everybody can see you. You might be an influencer, you might have a YouTube channel, you might be a leader or an influencer on social media, or just have a business where you're very well known here, But there's something about your energy at this moment in time where it speaks, purpose, and you're probably thinking about, what you should be doing here in this plane on this earth, right? And some of you all probably already know, because you've been, having this renewed, faith here. You've been really calm and in meditation and in a conversation with spirit as well. And you're using more of your common sense when it comes to your path, when it comes to your life, and just a lot of knowledge in general, right? And with the Emperor card, being in here, you might be in this Emperor energy, whether you're a male or female, right? A lot of y'all are bosses. You have a business or more than one business. You probably have a position in authority if you don't have your business as well. You think a little bit more, logically, as well. A lot of y'all may be parents, a father figure in someone's life as well. But you're in this, energy, not only in the star energy, but also in this Emperor energy. You take charge, you're a leader, right? And if not, this is definitely your path and going to be your path, And with the Four of Cups, there's something about, having something and achieving something. And with the Emperor card being in here and the star being in here, this does speak, loudly in regards to a relationship, with an Emperor, with a masculine energy. So you may be this feminine energy or vice, versa. And something in regards to this relationship, right? You're thinking about it. You have a nostalgia in regards to what had happened in the relationship. Perhaps you're still in this relationship, perhaps not. You're thinking about how much it didn't work or whatever because you had no passion and lost a lot of motivation. You were almost like stagnated and very boring in this relationship. And, you really didn't have opportunities that was hindered, from you in this relationship. So maybe you felt like, again, that you were stagnated from a lot of different type of, opportunities and stuff. And for those who are not with this person thinks about you and they have a lot of remorse and regret and everything. They think about you, they have nostalgia, they fantasize about you as well. But you just had to, get away from that so that you could focus on you, focus on your purpose and your path, and, be more even tempered, right? In your mood and your energy, balancing your energy, probably set out time for yourself around a large body of water or the ocean. Some of y'all may live on the West Coast or maybe on an island as well at this moment in time. But, you definitely learned a lot when it came to this position, when you came to this, relationship, right? You're more diligent with your money. Maybe they had drained you from your money. You're more considerate, with love as well, because you went extremes for love, especially in this past relationship, right? And it's almost like you had short happiness. You didn't have a full, happy experience with this person, it was short, short-lived, and that's why, now you're doing a lot of things a little bit more carefully, you're meditating, you're breathing out, you're freeing your mind, you're taking a moment to reflect and create your own destiny now, because I'm getting that this person really hindered you, whether it's a person or a people or a situation or an energy. It definitely, you felt like it not only set you back and stagnated you, but also overwhelmed you as well, And that's why, Spirit is finally giving you more opportunities, right? The doors to success are always open. It's time to walk through them. So you definitely have a lot of opportunities that Spirit is going to give to you. You just have to notice it and open the doors. It might be even more than one, but no matter what it is, new opportunities, new employment, building a business, coming up with a new business idea, no matter what that is definitely is going to be successful now that you have broken away from this situation, from this person, people, place, or thing that you were dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And now you get to really think about yourself more. You're thinking about how you want to look, you go into the gym or working out, you know what I'm saying? You're acknowledging yourself a little bit more as well, and you're really focusing on yourself and pushing through whatever situations that you're going through in life, especially when it came to the relationship that you may or may not be in at this moment in time, because this person was definitely very immature and you're not immature at all whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? You're more classy, you're more business-like, you're more professional, you're more serious, right? And you love and care, for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely don't have to worry about the past people or the person or whatever that situation was for you, whatever. You're focusing on the now. And if some of y'all are, partnering up with someone new or dating at this moment in time, and you definitely are going to have fun, and have a new and an exciting romantic type of relationship where you are able to get to know this person. You know what I'm saying? Whether you feel like, oh, this is just going to be something light and I'm just going to play or whatever it may be, you definitely are going to meet someone where you're going to be able to get to know them, be very intimate with them. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of y'all have not really had a time to really focus on intimacy when it comes to relationship, and this is going to be a romantic relationship for some of you all. You know what I'm saying? You might even rekindle a flame from the past. You know what I'm saying? Nobody toxic, of course, but this is something that you're definitely looking forward to it, right? So greetings, everyone. Come into the chat. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody is, doing great on today. Colin, Alex, and everybody else that is joining me on tonight. So let's get some more cards that I pulled here. We got the Two of Wands here. We got the Four of Pentacles. There's something in regards to 4. You may be seeing 4-4 or 4-4-4. If so, definitely those numbers are very significant. You can look those up for some other side messages. And then we got Santa Muerte here, So definitely in regards to get to know you card, you definitely are dealing with a person, and or you will be able to get into partnership with someone because, you have, cleared your energy out from the past person or situation that you have dealt with. And, you get to be able to be focused on, even if it's not serious, right? You get to have choices when it comes, to love, and a lot of y'all have planned this and or look forward to it, as well. You know what I'm saying? Because in this new relationship that you are embarking on, whether you have met this person or not, it depends on your timeline, right? You know what I'm saying? So it could be the past or the present or the future. Just, take whatever resonates, leave what doesn't, right? So in the past, you may felt like you over invested, in this person, that you were very, generous. They probably took advantage of you when it came, to money or whatever, but it's not going to be like this when it comes to this emperor, whether this is a male or female, right? They're it's going to be like a give and take, type of a relationship. This person's going to be generous, towards you or whatever. They're going to know that you're their person, you're the only, person. So they're going to be loyal, as well. They're going to be financially secure, because that definitely was the issue from your past situations, where people were hoarding things and very stingy. They were really penny pinching you, as well, right? But it's not going to be this situation when it comes to this new person, right? Because with the Santa Muerte, you already put the past behind, you know what I'm saying? You're not going back at all. You learn, your lessons, and so you're moving, forward, creating the life and the life partner that you truly want and have been, asking for. It's going to be filled with love and passion, as you can see with the get to know, you get to know each other, card, as well. You know what I'm saying? And this person definitely have reaped what they have sown. If you don't know, definitely they got their karma, and you definitely got your justice in this situation when it came to the past person or people or situation that you were dealing with, in the past, or situation that you are breaking off at this moment in time. You know what I'm saying? You putting all that to death, even though you felt like you had a lot of rage and you wanted revenge, you know what I'm saying, and retribution because they stole your money or they used you for your money or your energy or your time or whatever, you definitely, of course, felt a certain type of way or whatever. But don't let that person, keep you back or behind or to control you, because they definitely was a control freak, right? So definitely don't allow that person to any power over you at all whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? You could definitely, perhaps for some of you all, need to call your energy back, call your power back, and continue in your power. And one thing you could do is forgive yourself, forgive that person, and let go and continue to move on. Like we could see here, you already moving on with better opportunities when it comes to relationship, when it comes to job, career, business, money. You know what I'm saying? All of that is here for you, you know what I'm saying, at this moment in time. Okay, so we're going to keep on pulling, since I don't have two of my hands. We're just going to keep on pulling from the top. So the next one we got is scrupulacea. Please help my stomach and intestines to heal and function properly. Allow my food to digest adequately as messages are carried to other parts of my body. Allow my body and mind to be balanced and bliss. Help me to gain imagination, complete functionality, and divine clarity, so I will see my future as being bright. Allow me to think bigger, heal quicker, and desire more daily. We show you gratitude. Yeah, you focusing on you, doing a lot of self-evaluation, doing things, for yourself to make yourself feel good. You're working on your healing yourself inside and outside of yourself as well, working alongside, what I'm saying, your doctor or any other type of holistic, practices, so that you will feel whole, within yourself, which I think is a beautiful thing, right? And then we got the Governor of Swords, integrity and morality, intellectual power. So yeah, you definitely do have intellectual, power as well. You're very truthful with your words. You're very stern and strict with your words as well. And some people, just because you like to speak your truth, they might think that you're ruthless with your words or whatever, but you're a person that like to stick to the facts, and you're very traditional as well. Sometimes people may think you are irrational, but I think that you definitely have a good, head, on your shoulders. Your path, what you want, you know what I'm saying? The growth in your life because of past, situations, especially when it came to, people of authority that was in authority that did you wrong, or this control freak that you had dealt with in the past, that you definitely don't want to go down that path ever again, right? Because a lot of y'all with the Two of Swords were in denial about the truth, about the person that was in front of you, about the situation. And the situation and circumstance that was in front of you, you was in denial. You didn't want to see it for what it is. You didn't want to see this person for who they truly, were. You know what I'm saying? Which they were a stalemate, And some of y'all was, very hesitant, at first or whatever, but you denied your intuition. You didn't believe it. You didn't go by that. But you're learning to be able to take the mask off and not only speak your truth, but also, believe what you see. Because I was thinking about that the other day, if not today, like, believe people when they show you who they truly are. You know what I'm saying? You really do, because they will show you automatically right away. Because they could say certain things, but their actions, they cannot lie. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to their actions, right? Gratitude, counseling with love. Greetings. What's up, Pooja? And anybody is new to my channel, greetings. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. Go to the right hand corner, click on the 3 dotted lines. If you want a reading, definitely reach out to me and or book with me on my Calendly. It definitely will be in my description box on my channel and on this reading video when I'm finished. So a lot of things are coming your way, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, when it comes to money, you know what I'm saying? Money is definitely coming in. You don't have to worry about that. Even if you feel like, you know what I'm saying, money is funny, at this moment in time, definitely your changes in finances will, change, especially with the doors of opportunity coming in for you, right? Which will be a success. And so no matter what you're doing, you definitely will bring money. You will bring more money. You will get a promotion, or you'll decide to leave that job and get a better one. You know what I'm saying? Your business will start to, to grow as well. So no more money concerns, because money is coming in with these opportunities that Spirit, have for you. Okay. And then we got the Hermit card here. Soul searching. Like I said before, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all are focusing on yourself now. You know what I'm saying? You may be in solitude or maybe single at this moment in time because of the past, person that you dealt with that didn't treat you, the way that you wanted to. So you just went in solitude, and you may have been single for a long time or whatever, and or, for some of you all, you might be already met that person and or just will. But you definitely needed to be by yourself to do a lot of self-reflection, you know what I'm saying? And do a lot of introspection and soul searching and stuff. You definitely, one of the things that you needed to do, right? You needed to be more wiser, more knowledgeable, you know what I'm saying? You needed to grow, more spiritual, and that's why we go through the things that we do, is so that we can learn some lessons and grow and be better and be stronger, you know what I'm saying? And have more sources that we need, And meditation definitely, will help. I don't know if you are already doing meditation practice, but that is something that you can add to your spiritual practices as well. Is definitely needed. But you definitely, I see why you had to just withdraw from a lot of people, not only love relationships, but other people, probably co-workers, the people that you work with and stuff, people in your neighborhood. You definitely are in solitude because of that. You're in a hermit mode because of that, and it's definitely much needed, right? And then we got Deviant Knight here. We got Deviant Knight, gratitude for being my legs, for carrying me through all situations with integrity and honor. May the fluid in my body flow with greatness as I build my mental thought and expand innovation inside of my being. I show gratitude. So yeah, you definitely have your guides here helping you, leading you, and guiding you always, and always protecting you as well, and helping you, mentally, emotionally, and physically, as well as Scripolosia and Deviant Knight talk about the physicality as well. So a lot of y'all need to really focus on your health. And when you focus on your health, it's going to help your mental health and also help your emotional health as well. That's very significant for, some of you all. And maybe that's why you're in your hermit mode away from other people, because you're trying to discover, like, how can I get better? How can I heal? You know what I'm saying? How can I lead the life that I want and truly be happy and be successful at the same time? Because with the star being in here, you definitely are awakening to learn that you are the star. You are this divine feminine, whether you're male or female. You know what I'm saying? You are great. You are powerful. Right? You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a beautiful thing, because with the grievance card, a lot of y'all are in your emotions about the past relationship, the past situation that you're going through, if not at this moment in time, because we already know, you dealt with this narcissistic, right? You're finding out that this person is very narcissistic. You know what I'm saying? That lied to you, that person was wearing a mask, and they broke your heart. I get it, and they blame you for everything, right? Even though you tried to fix the situation, the relationship. But, because this person, again, had a power trip. It was a control freak. It might even, at this moment in time, might feel like, they're obsessed with you and they're possessive. They still think that you're theirs and stuff, and trying to cop block or p block or whatever, right? It's so funny how people really think they have power over you, no matter what they're doing. Even if they're doing spells or witchcraft and stuff like that, still we all have a choice within ourselves, the power of choice, and to do whatever we want to do, be whoever we want to be. You know what I'm saying? People forget that. So always operate in your power, and like I said in the beginning, a lot of us need to call our power back in every way. You know what I'm saying? Call our energy back every day, all day sometimes, especially if you're dealing with an ex like this that is obsessive and possessive, that was a power freak. You know what I'm saying? Confirmation, 2 cards came out in regards to that power trip. That's what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? And then we got the governess here, the governess of wands, and this shows the energy that you're in. You may have a lot of energy within your chart. You know what I'm saying? Fire, water, air. You know what I'm saying? And that's helping you to cultivate another you, a different journey and stuff. A lot of y'all are being this social butterfly, at this moment in time, being very bold, even though you may be, introverted as well. And you're following your passions, obviously, with the doors of opportunity and everything that is coming your way when it comes to money, obviously. You're sticking to your visions of what you have in regards to your endeavors, your creative endeavors. You know what I'm saying? Your work, your job, your career, your family, this relationship. And you're gonna go far. You're gonna go real far. And no matter what you do with the door's opportunity, it's gonna be a success, right? Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to keep the cards straight, but it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work at this moment in time. But you definitely bring in things towards you in regards to what you want and what you desire at this time, because you're honoring you're honoring your needs, right? You're finally doing that, because it's something that you didn't automatically know. You had to learn, through your situations, circumstances, and especially dealing with people, especially dealing with, lovers or boyfriends or girlfriends, what we were talking about, and you're going to master, your finances, your money, with the governance of Pentacles. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have a lot of money if you already don't. If not, it's going to continue to flow and come to you. A lot of y'all are parents and have kids already, and or will as well. You know what I'm saying? You're definitely going to be financially independent, once again. And you're learning, with the star card being in here as well, and ultimate love, to ultimately love yourself unconditionally. And that is probably one of the lessons that you are learning at this moment in time, if you haven't already learned that. Because sometimes, we need to go through different experiences in order to learn that we need to seek ourselves first, love ourselves first, and love ourselves unconditionally. and choose ourselves first no matter what, not being desperate like we can't get nobody else or and get nobody else better, right? We know how we do when it comes to that, you know. But again, power comes up a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because a person had a lot of power over you, you know, but now Spirit is telling you need to have a lot of power over yourself and stand in your power and take your power back, you know what I'm saying? And you at this point, like, once again, doing a lot of self-evaluation and ownership of self and understanding yourself like you haven't ever before. And doing that, you know, you gain a lot of peace, a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge and stuff, and you get to stay on your path of purpose, on your path of destiny, where you are supposed to be, where you're supposed to be, who you're supposed to be, who you're supposed to be with. You definitely are on your destiny path, your path to destiny, your path to purpose, if that makes sense. Which is a beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying? You see how, you know, the things that we go through is for our benefit, is for our growth and our elevation and stuff. And a lot of y'all are not all only physically, you know, elevating, but also spiritually, which is most important, because first and foremost, we are spiritual beings and we'll always be spiritual beings first, you know. All right, so let's get some last messages here. We got the Chariot card. We got the Yehuda, the Governor. What I say? And then we got the Three of Wands being in here as well. All right. So the Chariot card, you know, signifies movement, you know what I'm saying? And it says the journey. So you definitely have been on a journey, and for some of y'all, a long journey, or maybe it feels like, you know, a long journey or whatever, but that is on purpose, you know, and perhaps you had a lack of direction in the past, or even at this moment in time, maybe you feel like, you know, you have a little bit of a lack of direction on your journey at this moment in time. But no matter what, you definitely have overcome a lot of, you know, obstacles and stuff. You know, you might thought that you had scattered thoughts and, you know, couldn't see things for what they were or whatever, had self-doubt, you know, but you definitely had changed your energy around with the Yehuda, the Governor, especially, you know what I'm saying? You're very confident now, you know what I'm saying? Your third eye is opening, your crown eye, your crown chakra is opening and stuff. A lot of y'all have psychic abilities as well. You may do divination as well. You know, you're definitely being guided by spirit now. You know, you're rising in frequency, which is a beautiful thing, you know. And with the Three of Wands, you know, in the past, you probably had a lack of foresight, but now you see. You were blind once, right? You know, that saying, you were blind, but now you can see, and you definitely can see even more so, you know what I'm saying, with the Yehuda, the Governor, and the Three of Wands here, you know. But, you know, again, you have been experiencing life, and because you have been experiencing life, you definitely have been learning a lot of lessons here, which is a beautiful thing, you know, because in the past you had a lack of spiritual depth, but now with the Yehuda, the Governor, you definitely are rising up in frequency in so many different type of ways, right? So you're going to come out on the end where, you know, there's light at the end of the tunnel, I want to say, you know, for sure, as you can see in your reading, okay? So this is your reading. Let me know how you resonate with it. Definitely subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Share out the video if you are on the replay. And definitely like the video as well. And if you want a personal reading from me, a little bit more in depth, especially taken from this reading, definitely hit me up and or go to the description box or on my profile to the Calendly and book your personal reading with me, okay? I appreciate y'all so much for clicking on this video if you are in a replay and or if you were on the live. And I truly hope that, you know, you guys have a great day, and hope to see you next time, okay? Bye for now.